Hello again, Shelly here, and I'm gonna go back in time a little bit. Right before I left for Christmas break, um, I saw with some of my friends, I saw the new musical Fela. Um, so what happened was my friends came to visit because finals were over and they came up, and we saw Hair one night. I'll talk about Hair; it's my favorite. Another time, but my other friend, like while we went to go see Hair, he went and saw Fela, and he came out and he's like, "You guys have to see it. It's a mix of Lion King and Hair together." And I was like, "Whoa, that sounds awesome!" So the next night we got student rush tickets for Fela. Um, I don't know if it's changed since, but when we went, we got there at like 5:30 to the theater, and we were like, "Do you have any student rush tickets left?" And they're like, "Yeah." So I don't know if it's changed, if you have to get there earlier now because it's starting to pick up speed, the show. Um, but you can always go ask them or call the box office. I honestly don't know. I'm sorry about that. Um, so we had really good seats. Um, you might get unlucky with Student Rush because the stage, how it's set up, is there's like a runway, and there's seats that are like on the other side, like close to the like all the way to the left, if you're like looking at the stage, and you really can't see much because you're like under the stage. Kind of, it's weird. You'll just have to see. And like, we got lucky and we got put like directly at the end of the runway, so we really didn't have any partial view. But they are partial view student rush tickets. Um, my friend, when he saw it, he had the bad seats, and he said that he did miss a lot, which is unfortunate. But like I said, cheap tickets are the way to go. Um, but he still loved it, and he had a partial view. So I'll start with the playbill. It's really colorful. I like it. It's like it definitely reflects the feeling of the show. Um, it's good, right? It like draws you in. Like I think it's interesting. It says like power, revolution. Okay, so you enter the show, the theater, and it's the Eugene O'Neill Theater, and they have decked it out. There is like decorations everywhere. It's awesome what they did to the theater. Really cool. And you walk in and they're already playing music on stage, and like it really gets you in the mood. It's really fun. And um like a while before the show starts, they already have dancers out there like dancing, and it's cool. Like you like go in, you're like, wow, like this it's an experience. It's definitely a Broadway experience. Um so the set is, like I said, my favorite. I love sets. Um very minimal, right? Yeah. Like not very much. But it was okay. It worked with the show. They didn't need much. Um just kind of like African-y, cool. What it's about is it's like a biographical musical on Fela Kuti, who is the inventor of Afrobeat music. If you know anything about Fela Kuti, you are going to love this show because it like if you're a fan of him, it follows his life perfectly. Like it tells all the funny stories that he like that fans know about, and it's good for a fan. I personally have never heard of him, um, and I still enjoyed it. Like he's a Nigerian man. He owns like a club, a nightclub, and where he plays music, and it's about his fight against the government. The government is out to get him because he smokes pot and stuff, and he tells some funny stories with that. Um, they want to put him in jail. They want to shut him down. It's a lot about the oppressive. It's deep. It's heavy. It's not a light, happy, fun musical. Um, but it just like shows how the government wants to get him and his acts against the government, his travel to America. Um, like okay, so now down to like the production side of it. The music, if you know, like I said, if you know him, you're gonna love it. Um, but it's like kind of music that I don't think I would ever buy the soundtrack to, but it's still good. He does speak in an accent the entire time, and it sometimes can get hard to understand what he's saying. You really have to pay attention. But for the most part, it's like it's fine. Because everything else going on stage, you kind of get what's going on. Um, Now let's talk about the dancing. Oh my god, the dancing is like nothing I've ever seen before. Um, it's such a physical show. Oh my god, the dancing was amazing, and I love dancing, and I just wanted to get up there and dance with them. Like we were on the like at the end of the runway. There's a point where all the girls sit down to rest because they're just moving from beginning to end pretty much, and they sit down to rest, and you could just see the exhaustion. Like we were so close, we saw all their bandages, and like there was like a week before I went to go see it, they had to cancel a show because so many people got hurt because the dancing is that intense. Like they don't stop, and it's physical, but it's beautiful dancing. It's the coolest stuff I've ever seen. Um, I would go see the dancing again, honestly. Like the dancing was amazing. Um, it was deep, like I said. It wasn't a light musical, but it was interesting. It was what I didn't like was how there is like they do come out into the audience, but they don't like in Hair where they actually like interact with you. There's no interaction, so it's weird. Like they come out, but they don't look at you, and they like just keep doing their thing, and it's kind of creepy, and you're like, oh my god. Um, I didn't really like that, but overall, great show, different, real different. Um, I can see where he's saying like a mix between Hair and Lion King because it's all African dancing and um, Hair because it's just kind of like crazy, free ish. There's a free element to it. The costumes, oh my god, they were so different, so cool. Like the girls had these like weird belt things up their leg, and like that looked so cool. I don't know, and the hair and the makeup, it's definitely an experience. Like it's not your typical musical. You're not gonna leave happy and bright and cheery and be like singing the songs because I don't remember any of the songs except for Zombie because it's on every time they're on the news or something that's what they play. Stephen Colbert Report, you know. That's the only one I remember. There's some creepy parts too, but really just like I would recommend seeing it if you like different shows. If you like shows like Hair, Next to Normal, and Spring Awakening that are different that aren't your typical musical, I think you'll really like it, and especially if you know who Fela Kuti is. Go see it; you'll love it. Um, yeah, so like I said, you can do Student Rush. I don't know the policies. I don't know like the outcome anymore. Really, how many people go out to go see it? But it's 26.50 or 27, something like that, and it's worth it. It's definitely a very good show. Talk to you later.